Welcome, everybody. I don't have the music running today. I don't know. It's I don't know when I've started a stream without the music. It felt extremely awkward. And that was an absolute buzzer beater, too. Jesus, man.
$55.
Just gets screamed at here by the auctioneer. It's crazy, because I was making great time for all of this. Making great time. And, like, I'm still basically late. I shouldn't have been, but we got Cherry Bubbly on deck. We're in our cut still, of course, so, yeah, we just run the boots and cats rhythm over here. That's all you need. Cherry Bubbly, we're on the cut, so keeping it healthy. Oh, delicious. Absolutely delicious. I wish I had cranberry. Only around Christmas time, like purely just a Christmas time drink, is cranberry flavored anything. Ginger ale, I guess, is the most premium, I would say. Cranberry ginger ale. And again, this is only Christmas. I would not drink it any other time of the year. But like, for the next 6 days, man, I'm probably just going to have to go buy a 12-pack. Some cranberry ginger ale. That's what I'm craving. We had Japanese Namco arcade store display stamp. It sold for $80. Unopened package of 40 Space Invaders. I don't know what these are. 50 bucks there. Unopened package of 12 Japanese Space Invaders stickers, 63 bucks. Another Japanese Star Wars sticker packs with the display box here, 1977 from Japan. Tonight's auction, of course, is a Pioneers of home video game consoles. So it's going to be mostly Atari and television, Coleco, anything that is pre-Nintendo is what's showing up today. So that's why this stuff coming up, these are sticker packs coming from, this is 1977 on these Star Wars toys. So we're getting the old stuff today. The actual vintage video games, if you will. But welcome in here, Cosmic, Esoteric Arcade, Some Dude on Xbox, Daniel Freeman, Odin, Ren Ex Machina. Fair warning. Doug Simpson, Odin, Big Box Game Shop. Doug, is the Beam Rider 8.5 yours? Does anyone else have games in this auction? Is anyone else going to be bidding on stuff in this auction? I know the Pioneer Showcase auction isn't super popular amongst the Greg ecosystem. One of the, lower... Here's one-on-one, Julius Irving and Larry Bird. This is for the Atari 400 computer VGA 90. I know the Atari Showcase, the Pioneer Showcase, is a little bit less, the Greg audience doesn't care about Atari stuff nearly as much, which is partly my fault, I'll be honest, because, like, I don't know in a lot of Atari stuff, but the 8.5 Beam Rider is yours. Good luck to you, Doug. Good luck to you. What am I getting myself for Christmas out of this auction? I don't think I'm going to bid on anything tonight, Joe Kane. I don't think so. One-on-one Larry Bird there went for $432. Here's Superman, the game, featuring Darkseid, 9.4 A++ for the Atari 400 800 C64. I don't think they've had this before. Oh, third time this game has been at Heritage. That's crazy. I don't recognize it at all. 9.4 A++ on this. It's pushing its way up to over $1,500. Superman fans, of course, coming out for basically any game that features him. Atari for the win. I'm glad some of you guys are excited about Atari. You're interested in a few Atari games tonight? Best of luck to you, Big Box. Fair warning. Today's subscribers mail you Christmas presents for another unboxing video this year. They did not, Elijah. Which, I mean, I don't, I don't. Getting mailed stuff as a content creator is kind of awkward, I would say. Like, it's obviously, it's nice, right? I love it. It's also super nice, but it's also like, I don't know. It's weird. It's a weird relationship when you just start like donations are one thing, I guess. I don't know. They're kind of like not personal. I don't know. No one mailed me stuff this year, though. I don't have a P.O. box or anything, though, either. Like, I don't, I'm not pushing for people to mail me stuff. Next lot. What do you mean, Joseph, the second session?
$120.
What are those Star Wars sticker packs? I have no idea, Sepio. They sold for 43 bucks. I don't know if they have any value at all. Fair warning. I mean, at $43, I don't think you can lose on it. So, yeah. Superman did close at $1,860, taking the early spot for most expensive games sold at this auction. It says Showcase Auction Session 1. Weird. There is no session 2 as far as I know. That's really weird. No, there's 100 games today. I don't think there's a session 2.
$16, $20.
You love how old video games are compatible with multiple systems? Yeah, it's super weird. It took me like oh man. When you're first getting into like pre-Nintendo video games, everything's super confusing.
$32, $36.
Because you get into consoles like you'll see like a Coleco Gemini or something, and you're like, what the hell is a Gemini? And no games are actually published for the Gemini. It's just a Coleco system that runs Coleco games, and it just has like a random name. And there's a lot of that. So it takes a little bit of really getting used to what the heck's going on. The second to last item is a Super Grail. Only 200 copies of that game ever made. What the heck is the second to last game in this auction?
Warning.
Let's take a peek at what's at the very end here that you're talking about.
Next lot.
What are you talking about at the very end of the auction here? This air cars for the Jaguar. Only 200 ever made. Is that what you're saying, Joseph?
Fair warning.
It must be this air cars on Jaguar. I've never heard of it myself. 64-bit interactive multimedia system game manual. It's a game cartridge. Yeah, I have no idea. I've never heard of air cars on Jaguar. It's 1997. I'm actually shocked that it is in this auction. A weird placement for that. Same with this Doom on Jaguar, 1994. That's weird placement on both of these, if I do dare say so. This was a Pong system. I actually wanted to see this one. God damn it, Joseph, you got me distracted. Ultra Pong Doubles by Atari. Like a 2-player Pong system. Just like a standalone. 1977, sold for $420. And we're into Atari now, starting with Asteroids Red Box 9.8 A++.
$320.
You stopped working at Atari in 1995 because they closed the place down? That's as good of a reason as any to quit your job right there. You couldn't pull the trigger on WC2? 120 plus BP is too high. That was the Wing Commander 2 there. This one right here. VGA 75 going for $139. I don't know what a lot of this stuff sells for raw, so it's hard for me to even give an opinion. Ajax here was a film transparency box art. $159 there. Asteroids just went for $384. Into Asteroids again. Telegames version, 7.5 NS. You apologize for the distraction, but air cards is infinitely more interesting than a dedicated Pong console. Yeah, I need to Google more about air console. Do I own any Atari? Yes, Daniel, I do. Not any actual like factory sealed graded Atari, but I still probably have like, I don't know, 100 Atari games and 4 systems. Like I collected everything, you know what I mean? So I still have all of my Atari shit from back when I like collected everything. These days I definitely do want to sell the vast majority of my Atari stuff, but it's also really slow selling. Like I would almost have to give it away locally, and that kind of hurts. This though, basic programming here. It's an 8.5 glue seal hang tab.
Fair warning.
It pushed its way up to $500 very quickly there. Basic programming. 8.5. Hang tab. Glue seal hang tab. Jesus Christ. It's struggling with this here. Pushing its way up to $550 here.
Fair warning.
You don't understand why basic programming is stonking? Me neither. But I don't know a lot about a lot of Atari stuff. Speaking of Atari stuff, though, did you guys see them? I'm going to probably make a full video about this.
Fair warning.
But did you guys see that the Air Raid cartridge that was stolen from Jason's store, like Jason Broussard, the CGC head grader, I think it was 4 years ago, the Play and Trade store got broken into and like a bunch of stuff was stolen, including like absolute grails. And the Air Raid cartridge, which like... absolute Atari Grail, if you don't know what Air Raid is. I think it's like a $10,000 cartridge, give or take. That was posted on Reddit yesterday, and someone was like, oh my god, I can't believe I finally purchased Air Raid, like this is so cool. And then they actually did like photo matching to the stolen copy, because obviously I think there's only like 10, 15 known copies of Air Raid. So each one of them, you know, if there's unique wear patterns, you can track it. And it turns out the copy that was just purchased at a store is actually a Jason Broussard's. And They found it. And I think they're actually going to get it back into his hands. I don't know what they have to do now because obviously it was 4 years ago. So there has been insurance payout has taken place, all this stuff now. So I don't know how. You know what I mean? I don't know what's going to happen at this point. But kind of crazy. To like 4 years later. And they freaking found it. I guess that's like the bad part of stealing rare games is they're very easily identifiable, even if they're not in a WADA case or anything.
Fair warning.
Beam Rider 9.0 A+ here. And 8.5 A+ coming up right after it. There's an air raid on eBay right now. Yeah, the guy who bought the copy from the store said he got it for less than the copy on eBay right now. So I don't know what the eBay copy is rated at. He said he was being vague with the price, which is always so freaking annoying. But he said he paid less than the eBay copy, more around the price charts price. Which I think price charts has around 8K, so I don't know. Make of that what you will. The copy on eBay is 15K? Okay. So.
$70, $80, $80, $90.
Beam Rider, the 9.0 goes to $276. Beam Rider 8.5 here, pushing its way up over $119. Something smells about that whole story. Wow. Wow. This guy can't appreciate a good Christmas miracle. This is a good Christmas Hallmark feel-good story here, Supyo. And you don't want to appreciate it.
$120.
A nice feel-good Christmas story. And you're here saying it's smelly.
$140. $150.
I can't believe you, man. I just, oh, man. Beam Rider pushing its way up to almost 200 here. How do you get insurance on a sealed game? You have to go through like collectibles insurance, Fab. But you can get like personalized, you can get collector's insurance. You have to take out like special premiums and stuff and go through different companies, but you can.
$75.
$180 for the 8.5 A+, the 9.0 276. Nice little jump there of $90 to go from CGC 8.5 to WADA 9.0. Going into bowling, 9.4 A++. Stealing games is a 4-year investment. Yeah, seriously, man. Even after 4 years, you can't frickin' get away with it. Didn't that air raid end up in a Vegas shop and the shop wouldn't help, Jason? Is that what happened the first time? Blue smoke. Like I said, I think I'm going to make a video chronicling it because it's like a pretty cool story, I think, in video game collecting. You know what I mean? I think it's a really cool video game collecting story, and I kind of want to document the story happening. So I'm going to have to look into all the original videos and stuff 4 years ago now. I can't remember a lot of the details.
$140.
Not Lloyd. He's not smelly. Where's the smelly parts up, yo? Is this the air raid from Half Price Books a while back? There was an air raid at Half Price Books? Damn. I doubt it, Daniel, because I feel like if it was, we would have already had, if this was a copy from Half Price Books, I feel like we would have had, Jason probably would have been made aware of it already. Use the Illuminati credits to talk to Jason? Yeah, maybe that's what I need to do. Maybe Jason can pop on for a quick interview.
$180.
Maybe he can give some quick... Get it right from the horse's mouth, so to speak.
$190.
You guys paid over $1,750 for a couple insurance policies in 2023? Okay, so there we go. How much was that covering, Game Gallery?
$220.
Got scammed 3 times, not covered so far? What do you mean? Go into more detail with this, Game Gallery. You paid $1,750 for insurance. You're saying you got scammed 3 times and you weren't covered. There was a great write-up in Vanity Fair. Perfect. We'll start there. I'm just going to write that down. Vanity Fair. Jason. Yeah, I know this was a huge story. So that's why it's, like, I want to... Like I said, it's just... Because it's crazy, because, you know, going back with Air Raid, you can go back to 2012 IGN articles about Air Raid. And this is crazy. This is something I had even forgotten from long time ago collecting. But Air Raid...
Fair warning.
Used to be like the absolute tippy top. Whoops, I need Atari on here. The absolute tippy top of video game collecting. $33,000 for a CIB Air Raid in 2012. November 2012. $33,000. And that was sold on Game Gavel, an old auction site that was started or purchased by Mike Kennedy, who then later on went to do stuff with the Coleco Chameleon. So, like, when you go down these rabbit holes of, like, game collecting history and stuff like that, there's so much stuff that's interconnected and weaved in this hobby that, yeah, I just want this story about the air raid, like, being lost, being found, to be something that's documented. So that in 5 years, it's like, oh man, remember when? Because so much of this hobby is just going to be lost. Don't forget about Birthday Mania and Gamma Attack, only one of each. Yo, for sure. I mean, Red Sea Crossing was right there too, Joseph. I think Red Sea Crossing sold in 2012 for $10,000 as well, just for a cartridge. Yeah, exactly, Nintendo Gal, right? Freaking Game Gavel, of all places. Did Heritage sell an air raid tonight? Negative. I don't know if Heritage has ever had any of the, have we seen any of the Super Atari Grails come through? Someone found a half-price books put on... Oh, no, that was the NWC, I think. Yeah, that was NWC, Daniel, from half-price books. Nintendo World Championships. Has Heritage had Pepsi Invaders?
Fair warning. Next.
Not really. DK1 is a Grail.
$420.
You had $200,000 insurance. Gotcha. And that cost you about $1,750.
Fair warning. $440. $460.
Poopy. It's mostly all Atari tonight, yes. It's Atari, Coleco, Intellivision, anything pre-Nintendo basically is what's up tonight. Bowling went for $312. Breakout, $75 or 7.0 A+. Burger Time, 9.6 A++ or 169. Into Chopper Command here, 9.0 B+, 1982 tan box. Only the second tan box they've ever offered here. Pushing its way up to almost 600.
$550.
Oh, we're pushing. Here we go. Chopper Attack might do something. Or Chopper Command, sorry. Activision tan box. But yeah, Atari's super interesting. When you actually, like Sealed Atari took off, obviously, 2019, 2020. Sealed Atari really shot out. And most of those surpassed, like, a lot of the, like, Birthday Mania, Gamma Attack, Red Sea Crossing, Air Raid. Those games really haven't been given the same spotlight or opportunity to, like, explode. You know what I mean?
Fair warning.
16
like you stingy bastards.
frickin' months, big box.
$10.
16 months. You'll love to see it. Much appreciated, dude. Hit the like button, you stingy bastards. I agree. I agree. For Christmas. Do it for Christmas.
$170.
No, I know, Supyo. I know. They literally just haven't, like, come up for sale. They haven't, like, they just haven't been here. They don't exist. It's just kind of funny.
Fair warning.
Yeah, it's Supyo. That's what I was literally just saying. 2012, it sold for $33,000. Air Raid, CIB. 2012, $33,000. I can't even fathom that much money for a video game in 2012. Combat, $192. Chopper Command closed at $690. Donkey Kong, 8.5 NS for Atari 2600 here. Over $1,000. Jeez. Donkey Kong on Atari, much harder to find on this than it is on Intellivision. It's always the Intellivision version we see. $1,200, 8.5 NS there. ET, 9.2 NS copy from a factory 6-pack, no less. $192 on ET. Going into Activision Freeway, 9.4A.
$180.
Yeah, it doesn't even make sense up, yo. Remember when peeps were paying $10K for Atari Spider-Man? Yep. That's what I mean, right? Like, the entire Atari collecting hobby just, like got flipped on its head. It was insane. How much is that CIB Air Raid worth now? I have no idea. That's a great question, Daniel. Has Air Raid CIB sold in the past 5 years? I feel like a lot of the actual, like, insanely rare Atari cartridges, like not even CIBs or whatever, just like the rarest of the rare Atari, rarely trades hands. Jesus.
$300.
No Halloween. I don't think Halloween or TCM is in tonight's auction. No, I don't believe so. I don't believe I saw either of those titles. We got Pele coming up, but I don't think there was Halloween or TCM. No. Negative.
Next
Negative Adabido.
$480.
Freeway goes for $408 into Ghostbusters 8.5A.
Fair warning.
Game Gallery, you won the Donkey Kong. Cool, dude. Very cool. The only Nintendo game we haven't had publicly selling the entire COVID hype cycle is NWC Gold. And you think the two SNES competition carts as well, Campus Challenge and Powerfest? I agree. I don't think we've seen either of those or NWC Gold. But you know, apparently on good trusted words, NWC Gold traded hands for $350K privately. A lot of people trust the sale. It's coming from good people, so $350K should be the current price mark, I guess, for a private sale at least on NWC Gold. You're 17 and Atari is your biggest collection? That's crazy, dude.
Fair warning.
That's crazy. How do you even get into Atari at 17? That's crazy. Ghostbusters on Atari, 8.5A there for $900. Solid sale. G.I. Joe Cobra Strike, 9.6A++.
$260.
Atari will matter if this hobby ever evolves from nostalgia to historical, like all other hobbies, including coins, cards, sports, etc.
Fair warning.
Air Raid loose cartridge sold in 2021 for $10K. No CIB since 2012. Yeah, that's kind of what I thought. Not trash for the older crowd. Group of gray-haired men came over to my booth at PRGE and cleaned out your Atari. Just a different generation of collectors. I love that. I love that. It is. It 100% is just a different generation of collectors.
$260.
Like, I'm 30 years old. Atari is just, you know, before my time. It's hard for me to have strong attachment to the console versus other stuff that I just grew up playing instead, right? Like, I can appreciate oh my god. I can appreciate Atari from a historic standpoint of, like, you know, the origins of video games. For what they are, and that's why I collected it still, right? Like, I wasn't like, ew, yuck, Atari, I don't want anything to do with this. Like, I own 4 fucking consoles. Like, I collected Atari stuff. It was fun, but coming into a more serious, like, spot where, okay, I'm gonna have to spend, you know, do I want Activision Grand Prix? It's going for $500. Like, I personally just gravitate more towards newer stuff. It's just this or that considerations at actual higher price points. But, like, you know, collecting Atari back when you could just grab an Atari plus 30 games for $50. Yeah, that was great. Super fun. Super interesting.
$140. $160.
On the more on the more serious sides of things, I just kind of bow out for Atari stuff. Human Cannonballs, a 9.4. No seal.
Fair warning.
Grand Prix closed at $468. Cobra Strike, $288. Yeah, seriously, Odin, can't speak. Getting tremors over here. You're 43. Atari seems to be 50 plus. Yeah, I agree. I don't think a lot of 30-year-olds do collect NES Fletch. Like, I don't think that is common. You're a 40-year-old geezer and Atari was your first console. You remember playing it as a little kid and it sucks and you don't care about it. If I'm not caring, then I doubt it'll ever really matter. Your friend wants you to trade some of your rare Korean game collection for a factory-sealed Pokemon Game Boy Color and a brand new limited edition 3DS. Some of your rare... I mean, I know nothing about Korean video games, Kevin. You're kind of on your own for that one. You're kind of on your own for that one. In general, I would say it's worth it to get Pokemon stuff in the long term versus, like, rare Korean stuff, but that's all I can offer you. The Human Cannonball, an Atari Grail, pushing its way up to almost $700. Jeez. 9.4 copy there. $660 on the Human Cannonball. Kind of neat. Here's Krull. 8.5A++.
$480. $500.
Pushing its way up too. Let's go Kroll fans here. Only 7 copies of this variant.
$550. $600.
Not sure what this variant is,
$700.
but Kroll is pushing its way up to almost $900 here. Looking for 900. Damn. Is Seth here buying random junk? That's asking the real questions, Duels. Is Seth in here buying random junk?
$800.
And Sean saying there was a huge speculation during the late 90s in Atari. No, there was not. You started retro collecting in 99 and Atari games were 50 cents and even NES was 7 for anything decent on carts. Yeah, I'm always curious when Sean's talked about the like 90s early eBay boom for Atari stuff. I'd love someone to like give more context or for Sean to go deeper with actual examples or forum posts or something. You know what I mean? Like that's what I talk about when I say like this history of stuff. When you can go back and read like old Digit Press forum posts from like 2006. Like that's what I want. Like I would love for Sean to dive deeper into actual, like what was the Atari boom like that he talks about in like 99, 2000, 2001. Early ass eBay. But I would like more information on that. 2600 was your first console. Still got all your original games minus the boxes and some manuals.
Fair warning.
Having those boxes and manuals, Tierdinas, that would be the difference maker. Kroll is still pushing. We're going over $1,000. Kroll fans are out tonight. Is it Cruel? Kroll. I don't know. It could be either. I just, wow, over $1,000 there. Damn. $1,200 for Kroll.
$10. $130.
Lockjaw cartridge only from Apollo, pushing its way up over $200.
$220.
Shortly after release, the game was retouched and renamed Shark Attack, a sidestep to evade copyright conflicts. Encountering the game under the original title is a rarity.
Merry Christmas and Happy New Year, Greg.
Marty the One Man Party, thank you so much, dude. Merry Christmas to you as well, man. Hope all is well. Hope you have good holidays, man. Does CGC have quality control issues? You've seen several videos where people get back cases with scuffs and broken plastic. CGC, I haven't actually seen much, Computer Blue. CGC, at least compared to WADA, has been very good with their quality control. But
$420.
I'm sure some stuff still happens, but in general, I've seen a lot less with CGC.
$480.
Lockjaw is pushing. Much more rare of a cartridge than I even figured. Not familiar with how rare this one is. Pushing its way up over $600. This is where I think Atari collecting is really cool. Is, like I said, with cartridges, with the stuff that is just, like, impossibly rare. Like, yeah, you know, it's cool when you run into, like, ET, Factory Sealed 9.2 or whatever. But with Atari collecting, I do have much more of a, like, pure collector type of mentality with it.
$50.
Like, I'm like, oh yeah, the cartridges or the super rare CIBs are really cool for Atari. More so than factory sealed, in how I view it anyway. Mario Bros. VGA 85. This is a 1987 release here. Going for $600. Here's Mario Bros. Again. I think it's another 1987. 9.08 plus on this one. It's saying 83 up here, but like 1988. There we go. This is an 88 one. Jeez. There's 83, 87, and 88 for sealed Mario Bros. On Atari, so like first, second, third print, essentially. This is another 1988 print, 8.5A plus. You're bowing out of the Lockjaw. It's an R10. Lockjaw's super rare. Lockjaw's a 9 out of 10 rare. Oh, Comac, the Boomer auction is booming, baby. The Boomer auction is booming. You remember posting a clear Game Boy in a giant case with about 15 games on 2001 on eBay and it sold within an hour? You remember $50 carts going down to $5? Boom being just when it was popular and a little more money?
Next lot.
Whoever just said there was an Atari boom, I remember. Oh, yeah, you remember it going down. All of these Marios sold for rated like 630 for the 8.5A plus, 8.0A plus for 600. The 9.0A plus 19, I think this was an 87, right? Sold for 990, highest one of the day. And the VGA 85, 87 box for 600 bucks. Here's He-Man 9.0A plus. This one's always sold really strong on Atari too. You went to a few game stores locally back then all the time. They had CIB Atari games and they were like $350. Missile Command, Pac-Man, Donkey Kong, all the bigger titles. All the top of the boxes had dust on them.
$1,000. $1,200.
The last two eBay sales from this year were well over 1,000 on Lockjaw. Jesus. Yeah, I was not aware of how rare that cartridge was. That's one I would have passed up in a game store. You know, like if this was 90 bucks at a game store, I probably wouldn't have looked at it. Like maybe I would have Googled it, but like my knowledge of Atari, like that was not an immediate buy at 100 bucks. That's cool. Fun to see. Masters of the Universe He-Man there went for 1,320. Black box 9.0A plus. This is 8.0A on this one. Will this hobby ever go beyond nostalgia to historical, like cards, comic, coins? I mean, I think it should, Game Gallery. I think it should evolve to a more historical perspective, but it's going to take a lot of people also making content and recording stuff. And like this hobby, game collecting, more serious side of game collecting, needs more influencers, needs more content creators, needs more people like educating and showing people like where historical significance lies, or like, do you know what I mean? So much of game collecting, especially like game collecting YouTube at this point, is just like, oh, these are super cool games. Look how cool these games are. Hidden gems, right? Like Hidden Gems focuses on gameplay. And we don't have this hobby has very little push towards like what makes a game important. What's important about this game? Who gives a fuck about the gameplay, right? What's important about the game? Why does this game matter? So, Rams. Rams are going to cover the spread tonight, Yugi. It's an absolute lock. I don't know the score of the game right now. Hopefully they're not down 7-0 already. But Rams are an absolute lock.
Next lot.
Mega Mania, $192 there. Master of the Universe, the 8.0 copy goes for $1,000. Missile Command is an 8.5 NS. That Atari Mario art is hilarious. I kind of like it. It's neat. It's neat.
42, 46.
You collect Golden Age comics, and you definitely wasn't around back then. I think key games will hold, but only less than 10% of each system library. Yes, I agree with that, Fletch. I think that's the thing, too, is like as this hobby evolves, most of the libraries of most games will become niche and esoteric. Like, they just will, unfortunately.
Next lot.
You know, there'll always be dedicated people who go for, like, full libraries or dive deep into libraries, but for the vast majority of people, like how Key Comics, right? Like, people, like, there's certain comics people buy, period. There's gonna be certain games people buy. It's just... It should anyway. It should evolve in the same way. But oh, I don't have chat on. I don't have chat. Is chat on now? I don't have chat. That's so... Oh, geez. I need to close this. You guys aren't even part of the Christmas stream. That's so sad.
$20.
There you guys are. There's my old chatters. There you go, Tim. Welcome, everybody. You're now part of the stream officially. Miss Pac-Man is a 7.08 plus early production copy here. 1982 silver box. I just don't know enough about what identifies it as an early print. Might be a little hype sticker in the bottom. Not sure. But the Missile Command went for $84. Miss Pac-Man is pushing its way up over $300. Card collectors have a national convention. Does gaming have a national level one? No, I don't think so.
Fair warning.
I don't think national level. Little Devil and Nightmares for Atari 4-800 are two you've been looking for, but no listings on eBay in the past 3 months. Wow, interesting. Atari PC is still something you need to get, but it's not common where you are. Is it common anywhere, though? Popular non-video game IPs tend to hold value. Crossover value potential is high for collectors.
$80. $85.
Yeah, Pokemon's comics and stuff always does well, even amongst casuals. Yeah, like, blue chip is Pokemon, if you want to start there, right?
Fair
like,
warning.
Pokemon and Mario are your two blue chip.
Next
Odds
lot.
are they're going to stay pretty collectible for the next 10 to 20 years, right? Then you go down to, like, even if you start talking about Metroid or something, like, you at this time anyway, well, Metroid doesn't have mainstream movies, none of this stuff.
$30.
Even Metroid is, like, one step off of the, like, mass appeal popular stuff, which is crazy. But, like, like if Metroid's one step off, you can go to F-Zero, which is like 3 steps removed, right? Like Captain Falcon doesn't exist for people. That is not a known name. So I think a lot of it is just like, I don't know. Games reaching people who aren't just gamers. Like how comics and superheroes like got to the masses, which I think the Mario movie is obviously a great first step for that, but there's still a very long way to go to introducing the wider Nintendo world to people. The spread's -4 on the game, Yugi.
Fair warning.
Everyone knows the Blue Eyes White Dragon. I mean, Blue Eyes is the Mario to Yu-Gi-Oh! At the same thing as if Metroid is a step off, Exodia is a step off.
Fair warning.
Right? How many people know Exodia versus Blue Eyes?
$190.
Pac-Man was so much bigger than Mario for decades before NES took off. Yeah, but like, okay, right? So Pac-Man should be like a very collectible thing, right? I think it is a very collectible thing. But like I said about influencers and people giving content and telling context and giving these items like meaningful purpose. Like, there's no one on YouTube, there's no one on social media with any kind of actual following being like, hey, this is the original Pac-Man. Like, if you have this box right here where Pac-Man looks like a big goober, like, oh, you don't want that one. You know what I mean? Like, that's a later print Pac-Man copy. This one right here with the blue sticker on it, like, that's an earlier print copy. But then you also have this blue sticker not for resale copy. And this means what this means. But then you can also have it without the blue sticker. Like, you know what I mean? Right here, we have 4 copies of Pac-Man.
Fair warning.
And, like, fucking no one knows what these 4 copy means. And that's tough. It's tough for video game collecting right now.
$140.
Whilst we exist in this kind of world. It's just, like, a lot of information still is not spread. Information is not spread. Is the best way I guess I can put it. You love the goober version? Yeah, me too.
Fair warning.
Pac-Man looking real jolly on this.
$60.
Looking real jolly. Kid Gabula. That's going to be an unboxing. I can't ruin the surprise there for that box behind me. Where is it? There it is. You guys can kind of just see the box there behind me. I can't ruin the surprise. But the 8.0 NFR 81 box here for $240. Then we have the 1981 box without not for resale on it, 7.0 for $159. This is 1987 when they finally gave Pac-Man like an art design, 8.5 A++ for $186. And then this is also a 1987 box though, 8.0 A+.
$190.
It seems like genre or series collectors will be the ones keeping Atari collecting alive in a decade. I mean, it just depends how it evolves.
Fair warning.
Just depends how it evolves. Can someone explain why the first print USA version of Mario Kart 7 sealed is somewhat expensive on eBay? Really? Like 3DS Mario Kart 7? I didn't know it was. The people that know the difference are all at the country kitchen buffet, so they're not on bidding. Yeah, exactly, Joe. But like all those little silly variants are purpose. Like it's good for these to have all these little silly variants if there's people to educate about them. But Pele's Soccer 9.0A. This is dark green box, later production. I think this is what, the first endorsed video game by a celebrity? Yes. Pele's Soccer is one of the first video games endorsed by a celebrity. Maybe not the first, one of the first, but Pele is pretty cool in general. Except no one seems to agree which are which, and that's awful. That's an awful thing. If there isn't even agreement amongst the niche nerds doing this, that's a bad thing. That's a bad thing. It is the first. That's what I thought it was. I thought it was Danger, but $840 for Pele Soccer, the dark green version, and then this is another one, later production year, 7.0 B+. Is there no central online database for variations? How do the grading companies know what is what? Because a lot of the information, Steve, is what's the word? It's like people know this stuff, but it's not recorded somewhere properly. Like it's like folklore, but there's verbal knowledge. What's the actual phrase for that? It's just not recorded properly.
Fair warning.
But the knowledge exists. It just isn't centralized in a database. So the grading companies first off, they went out and hired experts, people who know this stuff, and they also consulted other people for a lot of the starting. Read your Yugi comment. It's funny. Yugi is Mario and Blue Eyes is Yoshi.
$1,800.
There you go, Tim. There you go. I read your comment. Here's Pitfall 9.28 plus dark green box early production. Here we go. An absolute key title, golden age of gaming. We're pushing up to $4,000. Fucking Pitfall on the Atari. Activision. 1982 early production. Over $5,000. So there you go. Like, the interest exists in very specific circumstances right now, as you can see. Like, there are people who give a shit about this. It's just niche right now. But the right items hit. Looking for $7,800 on Pitfall.
Fair warning.
Seems like a nerd somewhere would have compiled it into a wiki. I mean, this hobby needs it, man. This hobby needs it. It's all hidden in spreadsheets and shared amongst few people. Yep. Exactly. That's the issue. Or it's like posted on old forums, or Nintendo Age had a ton of information before it got steamrolled. But all that information was taken by WADA as well, so.
Fair warning.
Looking for $9,000 on Pitfall.
Next lot.
That's crazy. $8,400. So is this the highest graded Pitfall that exists?
$130. $150.
Wow.
$190.
Frickin' Pitfall, man. I guess we'll check the pop reports and the sales on that, because wow. Let's see what we got for Pitfall on here. All comps, of course, courtesy of gamerstonks.com. Makes finding sales results easy. So what do we need here? We need dark green box, don't we?
$300.
Dark green box. What? Surely this copy on Hakes isn't the same thing, right? 9.4 A++ on Hakes? This has to be different.
Fair warning.
Printed in USA, dark green box.
$40.
Sold for $1,500 back in July this year? I don't know enough about variants.
Fair warning.
It says dark green box. That's all that matters, isn't it? 9.68 plus 1,300, 2,640. That's back in 2022. 9.28 plus 7,200 back in 2021. Am I crazy?
Fair warning.
Yo, Merry Christmas to you too, Steve Craig Retro Games.
Next lot.
I always appreciate you popping in, dude. Truly.
$160.
Hopefully you and your family have a happy holidays, man. Compare the back of them. Yeah, someone, Joe Kane or someone, give me a quick skinny here on Pitfall dark green box. Like, is this really like a big outlier sale here, or is there something about this copy more than just being a dark green box?
$240.
I just don't know enough. It says notch lid. Does notch lid make a difference? Maybe?
$280.
Carl, welcome, dude. Merry Christmas to you as well. Pitfall just sold for $8,400, which is pretty freaking wild. Pretty freaking wild.
Fair warning.
Black Attack, $384. Black Attack for $300. Private Eye is 9.48 plus.
16.
There was a guy in SGC that mentioned he was working on a variant info database. That'd be incredible if so.
$24. $28.
Do you think games published by Nintendo on the Switch will never lose its value? And per first-party Switch games, they're probably going to age pretty darn well, Josh.
$40.
Now, not necessarily going to go up in value tremendously, but like Nintendo in general doesn't have sales, so Nintendo
$60.
games in general hold their value extremely well. Clearly, the owner of Gamerstonks doesn't know anything. Yeah, are there additional variants, Tim, or not? Like, I genuinely just don't know.
$65.
I just don't know.
$70.
What does Impulse Seal Type mean?
$75.
No clue. No clue. Here's Qbert 7.0 NS. From what you can find,
$80.
not digging deep as you might, the dark green box is the first print and there's a lighter green box that's later. So all dark green boxes should be the same, Joe. If that is the case, then this copy of Pitfall here just sold like super frickin' strong compared to what we've seen. Like super frickin' strong.
$85.
That's what makes me think there must be an additional... maybe it just was a bidding war. Maybe it was just two guys frickin' duking it out there, but... What Atari game would you buy if I made you buy one?
$1,100.
Like, if I want to go for something kind of neat, here's the Raiders of the Lost Ark. Gen, this is from the Atari Dig site. I actually would like to get an Atari Dig site ET Duked, which is stupid as hell, I know, but they're too expensive.
$600.
Like, they're too expensive to buy. Like, this is Dig site Raiders of the Lost Ark. I think it's super cool. Super unique piece. Like, it's a conversation piece, all that stuff. But we're bidding over $2,000. So, if I could buy something, getting an ET copy like this would be really freaking neat. That's like something more pure to collecting. The default answer, just give me a first print Mario on Atari. You know what I mean? Just give me the safe. The safe answer is a 1983 Mario, but I think it'd be like really cool to own an ET Dig site Atari. One of these right here. 2,280 though for Raiders of the Lost Ark, which is just too much for a novelty piece. For what I see as a novelty piece, anyway.
$180.
Sequest 8.5A on this copy.
$200.
Yeah, like that's kind of how I feel, Fingers. It's $2,000 for like literal trash. Like I don't know. Really cool, but like
$260. $280.
This dig site is only a few miles away from the Fat Man and Little Boy nuclear test locations. Oh God. Yeah, exactly. Bringing some radioactive waste into your home.
$300.
Activision Sequest here is pushing its way up over almost $400.
$340.
The back is the same. It's the same variant. So someone either got a steal on Hakes or overpaid on Heritage.
$360. $380.
Interesting. Yeah, so either Hakes sold for an absolute steal or this Heritage copy sold for way too freaking much. Interesting. If you don't know why it looked like that, you'd be wondering what the hell the grading world is up to. Yeah, these dig site copies right here, Flipside, are great bait for like Reddit and stuff. Because, you know, the average person doesn't know what the hell this is. It's like a certificate of authenticity inside of a certificate of authenticity. It's crushed, like... Yeah, these are great bait for people who don't know what they're looking at. Sequest is pushing up over $500 here. The dig site ETs are relics of pre-online world word of mouth. You heard this thing. Did you know the type tales that made interesting discussions? Yes, I agree. And that's why I think it's neat. It's just like, it's just cool. It's just cool. Really cool piece of video
Fair
game
warning.
history, but like 2,000 bucks, man, I just can't do it.
$600.
Both of these blue box Space Invaders looked opened. Are you wrong? You were going to bid? They're both glue seal, aren't they? Flip up
warning.
hang tab printed in USA. Like they're both
$650.
NS. I don't know.
600 and 700.
We got this open here.
$750.
I think it's light reflection. This, man, I don't know.
$800. $850.
It should be impossible because this should be glued down, right? Isn't that the whole point?
$900.
Isn't that the whole point? Sequest is freaking pumping. We're almost over $1,000.
Fair warning. $950.
Jesus Christ, we are over $1,000. Let's go Sequest.
$1,000.
YouTube and Reddit will be wild tomorrow with articles. Yeah, exactly, right? Some holiday reading fodder. See, it's funny because, like, just talking about how little spread out stuff is,
Fair
like,
warning.
if I don't make a video talking about, like, oh, the Atari Raiders of the Lost Ark, the junk copy just sold for $2,000, like no one is talking about this kind of stuff. And that kind of sucks. Like, you know in Pokemon, like, someone can't take a shit without a video being made about it. That's what video games needs to be like. Where just, like, people are losing their minds about any little sale, and video games just doesn't have that. It just doesn't. Yo, let us jump. Welcome. Yeah, Carl popped his head in. I think, yeah, popped his head in here. He had to show up just for Pitfall. Carl, the big Pitfall fan. Sequest goes to 1140 into Sky Skipper 9.88++. But we've been yapping about Atari so much here. I genuinely wanted to talk about Christmas stuff as well. Oh yeah, ET Landfill would do more than Raiders. I think so too, Jason. I'm pretty sure we've had ET Landfill sell actually in the past. I believe. If I'm not mistaken.
Fair warning.
And it did sell well. But I'm curious if you guys, entering into Christmas here, like 4 days out, are you getting yourself games for Christmas? Are you giving any games for Christmas? Do you still do gift exchanges with your family? Like these are the questions I want to be asking you guys tonight. We've been so caught up with Atari auctions. A whole hour's gone by already, which is insane. Sorcerer's Apprentice 9.68 plus goes for $1,100. This is a cool one. Like, this one stands out for me. Early Disney Sorcerer's Apprentice.
Fair warning.
That's cool. There's also a 9.4 plus right after it here. I'm giving one game as a gift this year to my older brother. With my family, we do, like, there's 6 of us. So we draw names for gift exchange. So each person gives gifts to 2 people. And then we set like we set a limit of, I think, $125 this year.
Fair warning.
We had to up the limit because of inflation, of course, but that way we can do... Like, it's really tough to buy for every single family member because, I mean, let's be honest, as you get older, you just need less stuff. You know what I mean? Like, wish lists, gift lists get way harder to make.
Fair warning.
So...
Next lot.
I bought gifts for 2 people, and I'm giving 1 game. I don't want to say what I'm giving just in case. I don't know if my family watches, but like, yeah, you know, just in case. The other copy of Sorcerer's Apprentice, the 9.4A plus under copy, actually outsold the 9.6A plus. So I guess people were fighting for the second copy there. 9.6A plus $1,100, an extra $30 to the 9.4 there. Kind of cool. Space Invaders 8.0 NS Blue Box early production, pushing its way up over $300.
$400.
We need more people like you, Carmajol, Cake, but also we need you guys to be on TikTok. I'm on TikTok, Joseph. I'm on TikTok. We got 11,000 followers on Ticker Talker, Joseph. Fucking to the moon, man. To the moon. The TikTok crowd knows fuck all about, like, video game collecting, is what I will say. Like, the only actual kind of comments I get are, like, what a bad, or, like, oh my god. You know what TikTok comments are? Like, you just get a different level of dumb. Like, YouTube comments are generally, I think, a little bit of an older audience. But, like, TikTok comments are literally just looking to, like, be a top comment. Like TikTok comments are their own meta, and it kind of really sucks. You hardly get anything actually legit in your comments. The gift-giving rules, flip side, are just that we all have to actually fill out a wish list. You have to make a wish list, you have the budget, and that's it. That's it. But you have to make a wish list. Because like I said, as you get older, I mean, like, if I'm blind buying for someone who's like even one of my brothers or a parent or something, it's like, man, I don't know what to get you. You know? The 8.0 NS early box there, $600 on Space Invaders. Into a 7.0 NS. So we have to make a list. You're taking your Switch back from your niece that you gave her 2 Christmases ago because she never plays it. So I guess you're getting yourself some gaming fun for Xmas? Yes, I would also take back the Switch in that case. I need to get myself a Switch. But I feel dumb because like my younger brothers who still live at home with the parents, they have a Switch. My older brother who's moved out owns a Switch. Like, it just kind of feels dumb to have 3 Switches amongst us. But like, I don't know, I guess that's what happens when you move out. But it just like kind of feels like a waste of money to buy a 3rd Switch amongst us all, you know what I mean? I don't know. But like, I guess I'm gonna have to get one.
$140.
Space Invaders, the 7.0 going for $159. Space Invaders Red Box later production year, 9.88++. You're buying your son 10 Switch games on Christmas. He has a wish list? Sorry, you mean Santa? 10 games, Lettuce. 10 Switch games for Christmas? 10?
$80.
Isn't that fucking crazy? 10 Switch games? No kid can get... 10 Switch games is too many, man. I remember being a kid, like, if I got 1 or 2 games at Christmas, I had, like that's enough gaming for the next 3 weeks, you know what I mean?
$100.
10 games? Oh. God damn, I would have had a seizure as a kid opening 10 games. That's crazy. I wouldn't be able to handle it. Brain would have melted. Coming in later, but you have a 9.48 plus Pitfall Dark Green late production. You believe you spent somewhere around $800 for it? 7,000 is insane. Hey Seth, man, it's time for you to cash out. Time for you to contact Heritage Auctions right now and ask to consign to the next signature auction, Seth. I think that's the play. I think this is your exit signal. Yeah, do kids want 10 Switch games or Dark Green Pitfall? Oh yeah, sup yo, that's a ton, man. It is a ton. Hakes sold a nicer copy for $1,500. Even some of the other copies on WADA. Do I have it open still? Here, yeah, sup yo, here's the comps. 9.4 A++, $1,500. 9.6 A+, $1,300. 9.4A, $2,640. I don't know, man.
Next lot.
We haven't seen a $7,000 price tag since July 2021. So, I don't know. Super strong sale on Pitfall. Super strong. Space War, 9.2 NS for $192. Spider-Man! The Grail! It's the Grail! Everybody!
Fair warning.
90 plus Spider-Man. Where's Carl? Is Carl still here? Carl! Carl! Spider-Man! Carl! I don't think he's here anymore. I think he missed it. Poor guy. Switch is the best console library ever retro through first-party Nintendo. Yeah, I mean, Switch is incredible. Like, yes. Switch is incredible. We did wish lists on Amazon this year. Kind of cheesy because now you know basically what you're getting, but at least you don't get something odd from someone who doesn't know how to buy presents. Yeah, I mean, like, wish lists also do suck in that way. I agree fully. This is Squeeze Box. This is kind of neat. Just weird Atari game here. $264. Spider-Man did $840. Star Trek Operation Simulator. Yeah, wish lists are hard, HW. The way we try to do it is like your wish list has to have say 10 things on it. That way you don't know exactly what you're getting. Like if you make a wish list and you only have 2 or 3 things on it, then yeah, that would suck. You know exactly what you're getting. But if you do your wish list with, you know, 10 plus items on it, then you really still don't know. Like as of right now, I don't know what I'm getting for Christmas. I can take some guesses, but like I don't know. And I have no idea what my girlfriend got me. So there's a little bit of magic there still. I'll get to open up like 4 presents or so, maybe 5, and that's fucking awesome. Like, I don't know. I still want to have the Christmas magic. I'm holding on for dear life. I want to unwrap presents on Christmas. Absolutely. I don't want to stop that.
Fair warning.
Don't want to stop opening presents. It's part of the Christmas magic.
340.
Return the Jedi there. 9.0 NS for 660. Empire Strikes Back is a 9.68 plus. Wow, this might do kind of good. These Star Wars games for Atari are really cool. Yeah, I don't know if the games themselves are any good. Yeah, wow, 0 graded higher of this variant. I figured that had to be good. I don't know if the games are any good, but the box art themselves are incredible. And of course, it's Star Wars, so. It seems like an auction we're going to have a Carl video in 10 years about the deets on the CD backroom stuff that fueled the prices.
$220.
Yeah, this is the insider manipulation right here, Skate Soup.
$240.
You kind of want a Spider-Man still? You know what's up, yo? I kind of do too. But I don't really want to pay for it.
Fair warning.
If you buy a Spider-Man, you're making an alt account and buying it under a fake name. Yeah, the Spider-Man art and everything is really cool. Like, obviously, the Spider-Man games became a meme because of, like it's like the textbook game for pump and dump, what happened, right? But it is freaking cool. Here's Superman, 9.2. This is a CIB, complete inbox here. Telegames release of Superman. 1979, over $1,200, pushing into $1,500 bucks. $1,400.
$1,000.
At the time of release, Empire Strikes Back was decent. That's cool to hear.
Fair warning.
Oh.
Next lot. $750.
The Spider-Man, or the Superman, went for $1,920. CIB. That's pretty wild.
Fair warning.
That is pretty wild. That Spider-Man game is the first Spider-Man game and the first Marvel game.
$80.
Gold. Yep. Like, yeah, genuinely big box. I agree with you that this Spider-Man is... Oh, where is it? Oh. I agree with you that this Spider-Man likely is a pretty decent long-term hold. Like, I genuinely agree with you.
Next lot.
Sword Quest Fire World 8.08 plus there went for $105. Jeez. But the 9.4, $870. It's a stark difference there between grades. Jeez. The 9.4 glue seal doesn't have the hype sticker. This one does. I don't know. Damn.
Next lot.
Tapper 7.5 NS goes for $432 into tax avoiders. Everyone in this channel right now. You're going to make some offerings on some PC Engine games as a Christmas gift to yourself? There we go. Yeah, what are we buying for our own Christmas gifts here? What are we giving ourselves for Christmas? I pretty much blew my budget there buying those Japanese Final Fantasy X, so that's going to have to be my Christmas gift this year, I think. I don't think I can afford to, like, splurge on another thing for Christmas. Yo, Wooden Leg Studios, happy holidays to you as well, man. Appreciate it. Appreciate it, appreciate it.
Fair warning. $420.
Tapper is by Midway, made for Sega and produced for Atari. Yeah, jeez.
$40.
That Modern Warfare earlier this year was the gift to you? What'd you pay for that one again,
Fair
Tim?
Warning.
A trip to the island full of hookers is your gift for you. That's what I like to hear, Farang.
$80.
That's what I like to hear, man.
$90.
That's what I like to hear.
$110. $120.
The Final Fantasy X, nice good cover art in Japan. I agree. It's fun that all the Japanese Final Fantasy games did the white design and like kept it clean like that. Obviously, like, I still like the North American designs for the games, but I really like how Japan kept the like all white covers with just the name. They look really clean. Got yourself some FOMO this year? Alien Resurrection? Yes. Yeah, frickin' Alien Resurrection, hey? Wow, the latest game hit by the YouTuber Pump Craze. If you guys didn't see, Alien Resurrection had a video made. PS1 title, Alien Resurrection. Here's Warlords, another one of these Atari landfill games. Jesus, immediately shot its way up to $2,000 again. For Warlords this time. A less popular game, I thought. Damn. $2,000 again for it. Wow. Those dig site games are kind of stonks. But yeah, Alien Resurrection on PS1 had a video made about it recently, about it being used to... You can like, what, boot any bootleg disc using it or something? I haven't even watched the video yet, but... eBay was wiped out. eBay was wiped out. So now the price of Alien Resurrection PS1 is going through the roof. If you own a copy, if you just happen to have one, you should probably just sell it. You can probably get over $100 for it right now. Just sell it and buy it back later. But kind of crazy.
$95.
It's always fun when a random game gets a pump like that. Here's Worm War 1. Jesus. 8.0 NS. I almost couldn't say that.
Fair warning.
Warlords is amazing. Don't be a nerd. Is it actually? You paid $1,600 for the Modern Warfare? That's a hell of a gift to yourself there. Yeah, has anyone won anything today yet? I think Game Gallery had picked something up, but there's a fair amount of us, and the idea is to put 15 or 20 items on it. Maybe you'll get something related to items listed and have it still be a light surprise. Yes, exactly. That's how we do it there. As long as you have enough items on your wish list, so long as there are enough items on your wish list, then like the gift giving works. But we don't do any of those like you know what families do, or like work functions do the Chinese gift exchange, or what's the other one where you can like you unbox something and then you can hold it, or you can steal someone else's? Like, I personally don't like those at all, actually. Like, I know they're kind of troll, they're kind of fun, but like,
fair warning.
In general, I just think they're kind of a colossal waste of everyone's money.
Next lot. $1,000.
White Elephant, yeah. Like, I don't know. That stuff has never struck me as like good. X-Men 9.4A. Only 8 copies on the Wada Pop report. Very early, adult video game. 9.4A on this one. Pushing its way up over $1,000. Will X-Men even hit 2K? It's trying, Joe. We're looking for 1,440.
Fair warning.
You want the 9.4 Star Wars and the 7.0 Space Invaders? Lot. There we go. Let's go, big box. Yeah, Dump Box is the new black box. Here's Yar's Revenge. This will be the... So X-Men, 1,320, Joe. No, it did not hit 2K. Will Yars push its way up to 2,000 as well?
Fair warning.
Looking for 1,500 here. Okay, a little bit cheaper than the other two. Yars was the cheapest one of the day there. Still 1,440, but like, oh my gosh, a bit cheaper, I guess. Factory case of 6 basketball here, 1978.
$42.
Oh no, sorry, these are 1986 gray box release. Very late print basketballs here. What grading company would I recommend for Atari? It's your first time with sealed game? I would probably just do Wada Danger.
$70.
The vast majority of like Wada established sealed Atari collecting, and I have to assume most people who collect sealed Atari
$80.
like are already familiar with Wada. I would just stick with Wada for Atari stuff. Personally. You bought a sealed NES Zelda on eBay for $6K this week. You're thrilled and scared. Hope it grades 9.0A+. That's also a hell of a Christmas gift to yourself right there.
$85.
You would have spent more money on yourself if you didn't donate so much to you. Oh, Tim.
$90.
You're too sweet, Tim. You're too damn sweet around the holidays, man. I tell you. Good old Tim with Gamerstonks.com. What a sweetheart, I tell you.
Fair warning.
I can't get enough of that guy.
Next lot. $80.
$114 for basketball there. Here's Circus Atari factory case of 6. What is that? White Elephant? It's stupid. You did that once before with an X. That family was cheap, so it was no surprise they wanted to Gussie it up. What's Gussie? Gussie? Gussie it up with that White Elephant crap? Yeah, that's what I mean. It just feels like a cheap
$90.
I don't know. It's just not fun. Like, you spend money on something like no one probably wants. Like, it's just random crap, right? And you walk home like with random crap. It's just, I don't know. Feels like a waste of everyone's time.
$5.
Gussy it up equals dress it up?
$100.
Interesting. I think I have like internet brain rot, where if ussy is the end of anything, it's just a derivative of the word pussy. So like gussy would just be like, I don't know, something that starts with G, pussy. So that's where my brain went.
$120.
But that's me having Twitch brain rot right there. Get that gussy. Gussy is how you say it. Jeez. What the fuck is X-Man? You thought you knew everything about gaming? Yeah. If you go down
$70.
If you go down the Atari rabbit hole, let us jump, you will see endless amount of stuff that you've never seen before. Guarantee it.
Fair warning.
Yo, Odin, have a good night, dude. Merry
$80.
Christmas to you. Take care, dude.
Fair warning.
Yeah, gussy it up.
Next
Need a
lot.
different word in there, HW. Need a different word in there.
$180.
Now it's Cookie Monster Munch, going for $104. Case of 6. Circus Atari, $139. 6 copies of Defender
Fair
here.
$200.
You got some good storage stuff from White Elephant, and giving funny gag gifts is fun. Yeah, like, I don't want to shit on the idea of White Elephant too much, because I know some people enjoy it, and like I said, you're kind of trolling, like, you know.
$34.
It's just not for me.
I'll pick Carry the Torch forward for Tim.
Elijah Lewis with the 1999, dude. Let's go, man. Fucking huge, dude.
$60.
Huge, man. Thank you very much. Like that's huge. Thank you, Elijah. Much appreciated, man. Merry Christmas to you and yours, man.
$65.
Much appreciated. You don't know anything about Atari? Hopper, is anything good coming up?
$70.
Yeah, damn it. Yeah, I know, Don Chichi. I know. I blew it, man. I blew it. I saw the X-Man, and then he started talking about Gussy, and I fucking blew it, man. I blew it. Family stream. Bring it back. Bring it back.
Next lot.
Greg is out here doing God's work. Thank you, sir.
$100.
Let us jump with the $1.99, dude. Much appreciated, man. Much appreciated. Merry Christmas to you and yours, man.
Fair warning.
Yeah, stay on target. No, thank God Miss Pac-Man's already gone by. Like, we're safe. $94 for Real Sports Tennis, $228 for Defender. 6-pack of Activision Skiing here. This one might get a little bit of love being an Activision game. These 6-packs haven't sold for much. I don't know if any of those 6-packs are desirable, though. Coming up, though, there is a Atari 2600 NFR here, CIB, as well as this. This is a mobile ad for ET. It's really cool. It's a brand new one. I'll just show you guys what it actually looks like. Mobile hanger ET Atari.
Fair warning.
Maybe this will show it. Here's another sealed one. Can we not get an actual opened one? Like, come on. Why are they all sealed? I want to show you guys what the hell this is. Nope, you don't get to see it, I guess.
Fair warning.
So annoying. Why is every one of them sealed? That's dumb. It's like a 3-piece thing, though.
$320.
Like, the first block is Atari, then it says ET, and I think there's a picture underneath it, and you hang it. And it's kind of neat. It, like, spins.
Fair warning.
It's a neat little display piece for Atari ET. Here's the CIB console here, not for resale, promotional use only. $372. Do you think it's worth sending a game to Heritage currently? Depends what you're sending, Cracking Couple.
Fair warning.
Just fully depends what you're sending. I can't answer one way or the other there without, like, full, you know. Yo! Big Box with the 10 gifted, dude! Let's go! Let's go, man! Thank you, Big Box. That's huge. 10 gifted. If you get a gifted from Big Box there, make sure to say thank you. Huge. The Atari mobile ad there, the hanging thing, sold for $100. For $100, I think it's really fucking cool, to be honest.
$200. $220.
we get to listen to 10 new members. Sup, yo, you got gifted, dude. HW, Mike, Cambrook, Stephen B, Doug, Simpson, TA, AJ13. A lot of people who we actually like hang out a lot. A lot of people who actually hang out a lot in chat. That's awesome to see. Thank you, Big Box. That's huge, man. Huge, huge, huge. Now make sure you guys continue those gift subs forever. That's the secret. Now that you have a sub, you just like, you continue it forever. you pay that $2.99 to the Greg channel for the rest of your life. That's the secret. That's the secret sauce. These are old magazines here. Joystick, Volume 1, Issue 1, 9.6 from 1982. I don't know how big this magazine was or how popular it was, but we have Joystick number 1, number 2, and number 3. So,
fair warning. Next lot.
you paid more for your what, Joe Kane? Your ET mobile ad?
Fair warning. $130.
Yeah, awesome seeing like you guys who hang out here actually got hit with the gifted. That's awesome. Love to see it. Yeah, the YouTube Konami code, exactly, Mike. Just maintain your gift sub forever and you guys are in there. Joystick issue 2 there went for $139, featuring Tutankhamun on the or Tutankhamun, I guess, on the cover. And number 3, How to Win at Home Video Games. Yeah, $192 for the 9.4 there.
Fair warning.
Merry Christmas, you filthy animal. Also XP, and also XP, and don't forget XP. Did I mention XP, and XP, and never forget about the best site ever, GamerStonks.
To GamerStonks.com. Merry Christmas. All your video game comp needs in one place there. GamerStonks.com, baby. Merry Christmas, Tim. Much appreciated, dude. Much appreciated.
Fair warning.
XP. Mario Bros. 8.58 plus there. The 5200 on this one. Like the Atari 5200, sorry. $660. That was into Popeye 9.28 plus. 840. Rent Wars 9.28 plus.
Next lot. $380.
Yeah, Micah, I hope you're doing well as well. Is anyone buying up low price sealed stuff? I think a lot of people are, Micah, who are still in this hobby. Like, it's crazy. It's crazy how much sealed stuff is now selling cheap. So, like, I can very, happily say that I've bought more this year than, probably the past 2 years combined. In the past 6 months, I've probably bought more stuff in the past year combined. So, I'm certainly buying up stuff because, like you said, it's freaking cheap now. But I don't know. Everyone left the hobby, man. The hobby's dead. Down 97%. Carl called it. The hobby's dead. So, but I mean, hey, it's hard to go wrong at this point, in my opinion.
$550.
Mario Bros. On the 7800 for $432. Rent Wars actually went for $630 as well. I can only assume this is a rare as hell game. Donkey Kong Jr. on the Coleco, $129. Rocky is super fucking cool. 9.0 here on Coleco. Getting some love, as it should. Like that's just super cool. Super cool. Pushing its way up almost to $1,000. There's also an 8.0 copy right after it.
$950.
Okay, Dukter, you can still go wrong if you pay $7,800 for Pitfall. I agree. That might be maybe. Not sure about dead. You'd probably call it hibernating. Dead, Mike. We're dead. It's dead, bro. Let it go. It's over, bro. Game over, bro. Carl called the bottom. It's Dunzo. Rocky did go for $1,200 there.
Fair warning.
And now the other copy, the 8.0.
Next lot.
Oh my gosh, what a buzzer beater. Holy crap. They even said next lot. The bid just came in there. Dying seconds. Looking for 360 on Rocky 8.0. I'm never catching up. Timothy, I'm entering 2024 top 5 in the Discord. If you guys aren't in the Discord, join the Discord. Links in the description of the video as always. I'll just go ahead and put it in there for you guys. If you're not in the Discord, join the Discord. We just, talk about games and stuff all the time. So it's great. There's a couple of crazy members, but you get to learn who they are, and you appreciate them. You learn how to appreciate the crazy members in there too. But join the Discord if you're not already.
Fair warning.
Why can't I pin that?
$120.
I should be able to pin that, no? I don't have any pin options. It's weird. Oh, well. Rocky goes for 336. Astro Smash. 85 plus. A freaking very rare VGA game showing up here. Jeez. I feel like we've only had like 5 or 6 this entire auction. Astro Smash closing at 139 into Burger Time 9.88 plus. And we're almost actually coming to the end of this auction. Yeah, the Rocky 3 art's super cool, HW. I'm a huge Rocky fan. Like, huge Rocky fan. Probably my favorite movie ever. My favorite movie series, anyway. So.
Fair warning. $120.
Yeah, just take every sealed game and go dump it in a hole, Atari style. Exactly. Exactly. Atari literally buried games in a landfill and now they're selling for like 2K, so there's always a chance for a turnaround. We just need to take everything valuable right now and like throw it in the dirt. I think we're on to something here. I think we're on to something.
$10.
You'll post a Rocky lot tomorrow for me? I look forward to seeing it. Burger Time, $144. We got Burger Time again, 9.68 plus plus. And also, just like, Discord Sage banned you? Why the heck did you get banned?
Lot.
What the hell did you do? What the hell did you do to get banned?
$20.
Come on, Hopper. How'd you get banned on Discord? Donkey Kong, 9.8 glue seal for Intellivision.
Fair warning.
I believe in Intellivision. Yeah, Intellivision on this one.
Next lot.
$372.
$240.
Night Stalker, VGA 90. And tomorrow as well, like, I'm gonna have a full announcement of this and all that stuff, but I'm doing a podcast now, which is kind of fun, and it's with Jeremy, who is the
next lot.
He's involved with the
$380.
Jeremy is involved with the interactive art collection for Nintendo Power stuff. Oh, that's such a bad. It's for video game art. The way I described it is terrible, but Jeremy is involved with all that stuff, and he just happens to live close to me. So both of us got together now because he actually knows about audio and podcasting stuff. So we have a podcast now, and that's going to go live tomorrow. And yeah, there's going to be 4 episodes with it. I'm going to post it, obviously, my channels, all that shit for you guys to check out. Hopefully it's interesting. Hopefully it's good. Here's Air Cars, this Atari Jaguar game that Joseph was talking about. Invite Farouk onto the podcast. Yes, the first guest is fucking Sushi Farouk.
$1,000.
Yes. Here's that Air Cars game. Extremely rare for Atari Jaguar. Announced in 94, designed in 95, and published in 1997. 200 copies is all that was made. Each is a standard cartridge with a full color label. It's crazy. 200 ever made. But yeah, you'd much rather podcast with Pat so I can hear you guys argue about the value of plastic? No, this is the whole thing. This should be the game, the manual, everything. I'll see if the back picture shows more. The cartridge should be in there somewhere. Because this looks like a box. It looks like the manual is on the front of the box. So it should be manual, box, and cartridge. All of it in there. Should be. Yeah, Pat retires and it's time for Greg to take over the podcasting space. I can be advertising Manscaped and frickin' what are the bars? What are the name of those bars?
420.
They always have a type of chewy bar, protein bar. I can't think of them now, but I'll be taking over. Get ready for the Manscaped ads.
Fair warning. The auction is now closed. Thank you for participating.
Yeah, air cars went for $1,500. A far cry from the a far cry. No, it wasn't Cliff Bars. It's not Cliff. It's something much more YouTube only. Cliff is way too established to be in a YouTube. Oh, I'm gonna sell only butt hair trimmers exclusively. But the podcast will essentially be a place where I can talk about more topics other than just sealed and graded video games. Like on the podcast, we'll probably touch on the Gerard controversy or DK Oldies type shit. Like more like hot button topics, I guess. Like just, you know, more kind of bullshit, I guess I would say. But also still, you know, like it's going to be collectibles, gaming centric, but it's going to be more of a candid, like, you know, I just sit down with you guys for an hour today and we talk. We just kind of shoot the shit. It's going to be a lot more like that. But it's a lot easier to do that with another person to kind of go back and forth with. So yeah, the podcast will launch tomorrow, though. I'll give you guys all the details, all that stuff, and hopefully you like it. Hopefully it's good. Can only go from there, right? And then I'll still do, like, the YouTube everything. So the podcast is now, like, an additional thing. Could be cool. Might not be cool. We'll see what happens. At the top of the auction, though, Pitfall 9.28 plus for $8,400. Insane. Insane. Blowing away all sales. It's the highest sale of Pitfall ever. Frankly. Like, this is peak. Wow. Raiders of the Lost Ark, the frickin' dig site copy here, 2,280. Dig site Atari games. That's the next one here as well. The number 3 game was Warlords, $2,000. Yars was also down here. The number 7 game of the auction at $1,440. The dig site Atari games, like the most valuable thing they brought to the frickin' auction were the dig site games. That's insane. Superman CIB 9.2 for $1,920. Superman again on the Atari 400 9.48 plus for $1,860. And Air Cars actually was the number 6 game of the auction at $1,560. So it's kind of interesting. Oh my gosh. I don't really collect comics, Poker Face, but I like them. But I don't collect them. But the guy like Jeremy, who I'm doing it with, collects comics a lot more than I do, which is nice. Yeah, it's kind of funny if you look at like the relevance here. Outside of Pitfall being the biggest one, like this is an actual video game IP, right? Then we had the dig site games. Then we had Superman, He-Man. Then we had another like video game with X-Man. You know, crossover type stuff right now still kind of dominates by far. Superman, a Jaguar, He-Man. You know, your top 10 is almost known properties. Rocky. Known properties outside of video games. At least a half and half there. Kind of interesting. You sent me a bad picture of the ET hangar in Discord? There, let's go see. The ET hangar is actually cool. Like I said, it's actually a neat piece. Yeah, here. Oh my god, you sent me like, what is this? Why'd you send me a potato photo? Good god, man. Yeah, you can kind of make it out, but like, this is 140p. But the top piece here, this is a separate piece, and the picture of Atari ET is a separate piece. So, again, it's a cool display piece. You just hang it from the roof and it spins. Really cool piece. But it sold for like $100. I genuinely think it was a steal tonight. Like, cool display piece. But on that note, you have a Margot Robbie signed Harley Quinn comic ending tomorrow on eBay, and it's up to $680. Nice. Hoping to get more for it, however. Wow. That's cool. That's cool. Like, I guess part of me is a bit surprised to see Margot Robbie's signature already carrying Harley Quinn, but I guess it makes sense. That's neat. But on that note, yeah, he took that with his Atari camera, no doubt. I hope you all have a very Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, all that stuff. Of course, I'm going to be on the Discord. You can be in there. I hope you guys are. Podcast will go live tomorrow. Announcements will be on the Instagram, the Discord, all that stuff. And what are the bars? What do you mean, right here? Are you looking at this stuff? What are the bars? Have you never come to the end of the auction? Oh, Pat's bars! Pat's bars! Oh, I don't know. Let's see. Let's see if we can get them. Bar sponsor. Surely someone's talked about this. That's it. Fruit and veggie bars? That doesn't sound right. What frickin' bars do they always sell? What are they called? Why can't I think about it? This channel's as dead as it can get. Poor... Jesus Christ. Pat is a fucking cuck dipshit. God damn. God damn. I just want to know what kind of bars he had. Sponsor. Can we go sponsor? What do we got here? Well, anyways, I don't know if we're getting an answer on here, but Jesus Christ. That's some strong opinions about Pat there on the very first thread we open up. Anyways, I hope you guys have a Merry Christmas. Even that fucking cuck Pat can have a Merry Christmas, am I right? It's a Christmas season. Anyways. Yeah, on that note, exactly. Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ. I will see you guys in the Discord. I will see you guys after Christmas. Have a good night, everybody. Thanks for coming out for the showcase auction. Take care. Have a good night, everybody.